September 4th, 2024. Cornelius, North Carolina. FBI agents knock on a suburban door. Inside sits Michael Smith, 52 years old, music producer, and the man who just scammed Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon for over $10 million. His weapon? AI-generated music. Hundreds of thousands of fake songs, and a bot army streaming them billions of times. By the time the platforms noticed, he'd already cashed the checks. This is Michael Smith, musician from North Carolina, worked in music production for decades. Also, mastermind of the largest streaming fraud in history. Between 2017 and 2024, Smith uploaded hundreds of thousands of AI-generated songs to every major streaming platform, then used over 10,000 bot accounts to stream them 4 billion times. Each stream generated a tiny royalty payment, 0.003 cents to 0.004 cents. But multiply that by 4 billion streams? $10 million. This is how one man gamed the streaming economy, how AI made it possible, and how a single email confession brought it all crashing down. Michael Smith, born 1972. Cornelius, North Carolina. Career musician, composer, producer, 20-plus years in the music industry, creating legitimate work. But by 2017, the industry has changed. Streaming dominates. Physical sales are dead. And independent musicians struggle to make money. Smith understands the streaming royalty system better than most. He's been collecting legitimate royalties for years. The math is simple. Every time someone streams a song on Spotify, Apple Music, or Amazon, the rights holder receives payment. Usually between 0.003 and 0.004 cents per stream. Doesn't sound like much, but scale it. 1 million streams equals $3,000 to $4,000. 10 million streams? $40,000. 100 million? $400,000. The system is designed for popular artists with millions of real fans. But Smith sees something else. A loophole. Smith starts experimenting with fraudulent streaming. He creates multiple accounts on streaming platforms, uses them to stream his own legitimate music repeatedly. The royalties increase, but streaming platforms have fraud detection. If one song suddenly gets millions of streams, algorithms flag it. Investigations start. Accounts get banned. Smith realizes he needs more songs. If he spreads streams across thousands of tracks, each individual song looks normal. No anomalies, no red flags. One problem, he doesn't have thousands of songs. Smith starts researching streaming fraud detection systems. He discovers the pattern recognition algorithms look for: sudden streaming spikes on single tracks, unusual geographic clustering of streams, bot-like listening patterns. To beat these systems, Smith needs thousands of songs to distribute streams, thousands of fake accounts from different locations. December 26, 2018. Smith sends an email to 2 co-conspirators. We need to get a ton of songs fast to make this work around the anti-fraud policies these guys are all using now. The solution arrives in 2018. Artificial intelligence. Smith contacts the CEO of an AI music company. Name withheld in federal indictment. Referred to only as Co-Conspirator 3. The pitch is simple. Generate hundreds of thousands of songs. Quick, cheap, undetectable as AI. The CEO agrees. In a 2019 email, he writes to Smith, "Keep in mind what we're doing musically here. This is not music, it's instant music." The agreement: AI company generates thousands of songs monthly. Smith receives them for upload to streaming platforms. The CEO gets 15% of all royalty revenue. The AI-generated tracks have random artist names, random song titles, random genres. Calm 3, mellow breeze, soothing soundscape. Artist names like Calliope Bloom, Calliope Erratum, Calliope Cosmos. Nothing traceable to Smith, nothing connecting the songs to each other. By late 2018, Smith has access to hundreds of thousands of AI-generated tracks. But he needs more than songs. He needs listeners. Fake listeners who'll stream them billions of times. Smith begins building his streaming bot infrastructure. He purchases email accounts in bulk from underground account vendors. Thousands of addresses. Each email becomes a streaming platform account. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. Creating accounts manually would take months, so Smith pays people in the United States and abroad to help. Sets up assembly line account creation. The accounts need payment methods. Smith uses a New York company that provides debit cards for employee payroll. He gives them fake employee names. The company issues cards. Smith uses them to pay for streaming subscriptions. By mid-2019, Smith operates approximately 10,000 bot accounts across all major streaming platforms. The bots run 24 hours daily. At peak operation, Smith's bot network generates 661,440 streams per day. That's 7.6 streams per second. Running continuously, across thousands of songs. Annual projected royalties, $1,207,128. But this was just 1 year. Smith runs the operation for 7 years. Between 2017 and 2024, Smith's operation generates 4 billion total streams, over $10 million in royalty payments. Fraudulent activity across 4 major streaming platforms. The distribution of payouts varies by platform. Spotify, approximately $60,000. Their fraud detection caught most of it. Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, the remaining $9,940,000. In a February 2024 email, Smith boasts to his AI Music CEO partner, "These songs have generated over 4 billion streams and $12 million in royalties since 2019. He's proud of the scale, confident in the system, certain he's beaten the fraud detection algorithms. But while Smith was counting millions, investigators were building a case. Smith doesn't live like a typical fraudster. No Lamborghinis, no Instagram flex, no luxury penthouse. His LinkedIn profile shows legitimate music production credits. He maintains professional relationships in the music industry. The fraud operation runs in the background, hidden behind layers of fake accounts and shell companies. Smith launders the money through his legitimate music business. The streaming royalties look like normal income. Reported to the IRS, taxes paid, everything appearing completely legal. March 2019. Spotify contacts a music distribution company working with Smith. "We believe Michael Smith has engaged in streaming fraud," Spotify informs them. They've detected abnormal streaming patterns on his uploads, too many plays from suspicious accounts, geographic clustering, bot-like behavior. Spotify removes some of Smith's music from their platform. Smith responds aggressively. He emails Spotify directly. "I have never done anything to artificially inflate my streams. You are slandering me and withholding my rightful royalties." He demands reinstatement, threatens legal action, claims his streams are completely legitimate. Spotify's fraud team isn't convinced, but they can't prove criminal intent, so they ban his accounts and move on. The Mechanical Licensing Collective starts investigating Smith. The MLC distributes mechanical royalties to songwriters and publishers. They notice Smith's catalog is generating unusual amounts. How does one person create hundreds of thousands of songs so quickly? They confront Smith's representatives, question whether the music is AI-generated. Smith's team denies everything. The MLC withholds payment on suspicious tracks, demands verification, begins coordinating with other streaming platforms. Smith doesn't work alone. Co-conspirator 1, music promoter, name withheld, helps set up bot accounts and manage streaming operations. Co-conspirator 2, unknown role, assists with account creation and technical infrastructure. Co-conspirator 3, CEO of AI music company, generates the hundreds of thousands of songs that make the fraud possible. Smith's downfall isn't technical failure, it's overconfidence. He documents everything. Emails discussing the fraud scheme, emails calculating potential profits, emails bragging about revenue. Every email creates evidence. Every calculation provides prosecution documentation. Every boast becomes an admission. Federal investigators subpoena email records, obtain complete communication history between Smith and co-conspirators. The paper trail is overwhelming. September 4th, 2024. 6 a.m., Windermere Drive, Cornelius, North Carolina. FBI agents execute an arrest warrant. Michael Smith answers his door in pajamas. Agents identify themselves, read him his rights. He's being charged with wire fraud conspiracy, and money laundering conspiracy. Each charge carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison. Smith is transported to federal custody. His home is searched. Computers seized, financial records confiscated, email servers subpoenaed. Through his brazen fraud scheme, Smith stole millions in royalties that should have been paid to musicians, songwriters, and other rights holders whose songs were legitimately streamed. FBI Acting Assistant Director Christy M. Curtis adds, Michael Smith allegedly produced hundreds of thousands of songs with artificial intelligence and utilized automatic features to repeatedly stream the music to generate unlawful royalties to the tune of $10 million. September 19th, 2024. Smith appears before a federal magistrate judge. His attorney enters a plea. Not guilty. Smith maintains he did nothing wrong. Claims his streams were legitimate. Argues that AI-generated music is real music deserving of royalties. The judge sets bail conditions. Smith is released pending trial. But the evidence against him is overwhelming. Federal prosecutors have 7 years of email communications. The case is considered one of the strongest fraud prosecutions in recent years.